Onward and upward. Oh.
Hello and welcome to a God is a Geek preview. It's me, Lyle Carr, and I am talking with the illustrious Adam Cook because he's been playing something rather exciting.
Yeah, that sounded a bit almost negative, didn't it, then, for a minute? No,
It did. I don't think that's where it's going to go.
No, it isn't, but I wanted to temper expectations by starting a bit low so we can raise up. Yeah, I've been playing Super Mario Bros. Wonder. No shock. No, I don't know. Is it a shock? Is it a surprise that this, so far, in a preview sense, it's incredible?
It's tough, isn't it? Because people... I think the mood in general about 2D Mario, because of the new Super Mario Brothers series, and that sort of went on for 4 games, I think, in the end, and some of them were a little bit less, we'll say maybe deemed less creative, maybe, or
they weren't Mario
less
Odyssey.
Different. No, they weren't. They weren't the new and so I mean, as a counterpoint to that, then is this Mario Odyssey in 2D form? From what you've played,
Kinda, actually, yeah, and that is genuinely something that. So both Sean and I, and you can read his preview now. Both Sean and I came away sort of both saying that, because the thing I love Mario Odyssey. It's probably one of my, if not up there, one of my favourite Mario games. The thing that I always think of when I think of Mario Odyssey is how everything you encounter that's new, it feels like an idea they came up with that most other developers would go, then that's the game. That idea, that mechanic, that's the game. And in Mario Odyssey, they just do that, and then they just throw it behind them and go, and next. And they just do that for the whole game. And Wonder... Now, it's important to note that we didn't play a linear fashion of the game. We play in sort of almost... I mean, there's a reason they showed us these levels to play, but they were sporadic from across the game.
Yeah, okay.
And... I'd like the Wonder Flower moments when the world changes, which everyone's seen. I'm guessing if they're clicking on this video, there's just nothing reused. Again, it's the same thing. Again, it's like they just keep. It's ridiculous. The other thing that I came away thinking about this is exactly what you said about Mario, the new Soup games.
Yeah.
I wonder if people will believe me when I talk about how incredible this feels, because.
Yeah.
Not that they felt bad before, but this feels really tight. It's difficult to explain it. And it is. You can't really even show it because you're just seeing me play the game in the video. But it even feels like there's not that there was a massive delay to the controls, but it feels like there's less of one. It feels so instant. Everything in your hand feels like bang, bang, like you are so in control of whichever character you're playing as. I tried out, I think all of them. I think apart from Nabbit in the end, I don't think I got time to try Nabbit. It's just so boundlessly creative, and I know that sounds like a buzzword, but everything's different, man. Everything's different. I know a lot's been made about it's not Charles Martinet. It's not just that. All the sounds are different. Everything's different. Everything feels musical as well, and that's something I was really interested about. I don't know if other people took that away from it. A lot of the sound effects feel musical, and I'm wondering if that's going to play into it later. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But every sound effect is different. It's not just, it's a different voice actor. The jump sound is different. Everything is different in this game. This is... I don't want to say it, but it almost feels as close to a reboot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
that's sort of... Because I guess that was what people's problem with those new Super Mario Bros. Games were, that, between one game and the other, there wasn't... there'd maybe be a couple of new power-ups or a few, new obstacles or whatever, but it never felt like it was, a complete overhaul, and it very much sounds like Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Even the jump noise, that is identifiable. 100%. So identifiable. Everything, if you've played games long enough, I don't even know if you need to have played games to know those noises. Actually, I think you just know those noises. They're part of culture. They're different. Like the note blocks make different noises. Everything feels and looks different. Like it is almost that uncanny. Like in the animation, man. My God, the work they've done. Like there's so many. Like there was about I think 5 or 6 of us in this session, and the amount of times it'd be like, have you seen that? Have you seen that? And these are, we're just talking about the animations. Like Sean mentions it in his preview. Like Mario goes into a pipe and then his hand comes out and grabs his hat and pulls it through because it's he's left it behind. And it's full of that kind of thing. It is so. I can almost understand if people are going to be like, oh, I don't like the new art style, but I'm not in that camp. I'm afraid. I think it looks it looks phenomenal. Like I say, I played a small sample of levels, but the thing I would say, and this will be a shorter video than normal because I could talk about it for more, but I don't. I wouldn't want to spoil it. There's so many
100%.
little things that you will find for yourself. I looked over to the screen to my right, and someone who was playing a level I'd just finished was playing a thing I hadn't even seen it. I was like, well, I didn't find that. There's so many secrets and special little moments of this game that you go and preview a game, and sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of that. But I think it's rare that you are like, oh god, I could have just sat there and played that all day and happily been not bothered while I was just doing that. And this is one of those things. Like it's hard to not get carried away. It's hard to not, beat the hype drum a bit. But like, I'm very surprised by this game so far. Very surprised because it's more than I expected, if that makes sense. And I just cannot wait to play more. I cannot wait. So.
And you were already excited going in. So yeah, the fact it surpassed that, pretty amazing. Wow. I mean, I guess we won't talk any more about Mario Wonder because we don't want to spoil anything and we don't want to get rid of any of that surprise. But if you want to find out a little more from Sean's perspective, that preview is up on GodIsAGeek.com, and you can read and get even more of the wonder of Wonder. But yeah, other than that, if you want to go to the website, you can check out all the other reviews, previews, news we've got there. There's a God is a Geek Patreon where you can talk to everyone on the Discord, all those lovely things. But yeah, thanks for checking out this preview.
Bye.